Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and if you haven't seen part 1 or 2, you need to watch them because we're making this right here, and we're getting really close. I went ahead and took the liberty of finishing this one, so we just have 3 more to go, and it's the same process, so I'm not going to bore you with that. Now we need to make the connecting tabs. So I just took 2 of those same tabs, and I just spaced them out evenly, kind of, the way I'm looking at it. I don't even have to group them together because I'm going to bring them over here and they are going to set right there on the midpoint. Now remember our nudge factor that was 0.0625? We're going to take both these, or we're going to nudge them off. These are going to be males. So the only thing we need to think of is when we get on the other end, they need to be females for them to lap over here and to accept this. And then in the middle, doesn't really matter as long as because we've got these pieces in order. So what would probably be smart would be to do this too, Control D and make a duplicate of that, using the control button so they'll be equal. And I'm gonna have to zoom in, but still holding down the control button, and it doesn't really want to snap to there. I don't know why. Maybe because I have the control button down. Let's go. Yeah, there we go. It snapped to the center. And then I would put this piece with both males. So I'm going to move that over. Now the good thing in this, and we're not quite far enough, let's change our nudge factor to 0.001. Let's go off the screen and grab these and get it pretty much on the line. What's the advantage of doing this is we're going to do this. First of all, after you're completely through, you can get rid of your rectangle so you can see your box. But we're going to do that last. But we kind of need to do it for a second. So we're going to take our virtual segment delete key and delete this line. These are our 2 male counterpoints. Delete this line. Now, I tell you what, let's just delete these lines. It's part of that rectangle. You wouldn't have to do this if you had all the boxes done. All you're doing is creating a place for the smart fill to fill in, to weld this piece up. I'm having a little bit of trouble. And you can also hold down the Alt key and just swipe through it if you're having trouble connecting on it. So we've got them all done. Let's use the Smart Fill tool. There's our very first piece. And let's nudge that out of the way like 2.25 inches. There's our first piece. Left click, right click in red this time. Now, on this one, we've already got 2 males. Now, the only thing I messed up on, I didn't keep a copy of this. So you need to keep a lot of those copies. I think I used them all and didn't make my duplicate of my little box. But they're easily fixed. Just draw a box. It's, look at that, 0.5 by 0.125. There's our new box. Control D. And then move it down equally. And you know, these tabs don't have to match from one to the other. It'd probably be nice for them to match. Well, you know, in a way, if you got 2 males and they don't match, you'll know which end is in, as long as you do it the same way. So let's bring this thing down, have it hit to the center. And now this one, we're going to do 2 females. And so to do that, we need to change our nudge factor to 0.0625, grabbing those from the side and moving them over. And then on this one, it's a little easier. For this one, I'm going to take this box. You know what? We could nudge this box out of the way. Let's do that. Let's just nudge this box out 3 inches because we could always put it back. And here's our And see, we don't have to do anything to that one, just take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in. There's our next piece. Left click, right click, and if you'll notice, that's our next piece, and we got males and females. So that's how it's going to go together, wrapping around. And just keep doing that. And the only thing that's important, let's nudge this back down, is that this is a male on this end, so this has to be a female on this end. Everything else doesn't matter. You can have male on one end, female on the other, but on this particular piece, you're going to need females to receive this male piece as it wraps around. I'm going to do one more video. It might not be today, because now we need to make the tabs for this box, for the two left and right side off of these pieces. I might get it in because I don't have to do the whole thing to explain it. But I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you.